Good morning, Piper Middle School. Welcome to our second full week of school. It's hard to believe that August will end this week and September will begin. We hope everyone's school year is off to a fantastic start. This week is an incredibly exciting week here at Piper Middle School. We are going to start middle school athletics. On Tuesday, we will have our first volleyball game. Our opponent will be Basehor Linwood. On Wednesday, we will have our first football game. We will also be playing Basehor Linwood. And on Thursday, our cross-country runners are going to be participating in a huge meet at Wyco Park. We would like to wish all of our athletes best of luck as they embark on their fall sports season. With that, we are also excited to announce that we will have home games. The student body is welcome to attend any of our home events. However, there are a few rules that we need you to follow. First of all, our events start at 4 p.m. If you would like to attend the games, you are not allowed to stay in the building until when the game starts. You need to go home first and then come back. The doors will open for middle school spectators at 3:45. Once again, we would love to have you come cheer on our athletes, but we ask that you please go home in between. We can't wait to see our school spirit shine at our sporting events. The fees this year have also changed. It will be $4 for students to get in unless you've already purchased an activity pass. Please come out and cheer on our Lady Pirates and our boys as we embark on our school sports season. One of the things I want to take just a little bit of time today to discuss is our Piper Middle School expectations. You guys have seen these in the hall, you've discussed them with your teachers, but today I want to highlight just a few of our very important rules and responsibilities. At Piper Middle School, it is our collective responsibility to ensure that we are always having respect, exercising safety, showing responsibility, and owning our actions. I want to commend the student body for the work that you did last week in the lunchroom. It was an incredibly grueling process to make sure everyone had assigned seats and we were able to get everyone's names. Thank you for your patience in this process. I just want to highlight a couple of the rules that are talked about on our Piper Middle School expectations. The first is following procedures in the cafeteria. It is incredibly important that you keep in your spot at all times. This will help us ensure health and safety of all students in our building. Additionally, another of our Piper Hero expectations is that we be inclusive of others at the table. We realize that you may not know everyone at your table. There are new kids in the building, and those coming from 6th grade may have not met all the other students in their class. This is a wonderful opportunity for you to make new friends and be inclusive of all people at your table. Thanks for modeling the Piper way, Pirates. Another thing that I want to highlight is our hallways. As many of you have noticed, we have crowded halls. We are so excited that we have 648 students in our student body, but with that comes a lot of traffic. One of the things I want to highlight is exercising safety. One of our rules for the hallway is walk on the right. Avoid blocking the hallways and keep hands and feet properly to yourself. This is incredibly important as we transition. We need to get from Class A to Class B as quickly as we can. Thank you so much, Pirates, for doing the right thing. A third thing that I want to highlight is responsibility. At Piper Middle School, we all have a collective responsibility to clean up after ourselves, and that can come in many forms. When we are in the lunchroom, it is our job to make sure that we are cleaning up after ourselves, everyone's job. You'll notice that it says, clean up after yourself. Keep in your spot. Use good manners. Please pick up your trash. This also applies to the classrooms. When you leave, make sure that you've left your desk and taken all your possessions with you. And finally, I want to highlight the bathrooms. We know everyone is in a rush between class periods to get where we're going, but it is incredibly important that you clean up after yourselves. Paper towels need to go in the garbage. I also want to remind everyone that we are middle school students, and with that comes a lot more responsibility than we had in elementary school. We have a wonderful custodian here at Piper Middle School during the day named Mr. Johnny. Mr. Johnny works so incredibly hard, but Mr. Johnny shouldn't have to clean up messes that could be avoided. Everyone in this building is responsible and old enough to clean up your own mess. Behaviors like putting paper towels in the sink or throwing them on the floor or puddles of soap are not going to be tolerated. Mr. Johnny should not have to clean up after yourself. Piper Middle School, it's your responsibility to clean up after yourself. I know you can step up to the task. The last thing I want to highlight on is dress code. I want to commend the student body. Many of you have been doing a fantastic job. There have been changes, so I just want to remind everyone. No hoodies in the school at all. No hats. We should not see your midriffs, girls. That means your shirts must go all the way to the top of your pants. We should not see any skin. And boys, we need to make sure that our pants are staying up. Those are just a few dress code rules that we all need to follow in order to be safe and exercising responsibility. Finally, it is time for some swashbuckler shout-outs. We want to highlight some great things that are going on here in the student body. Mr. Smith would like to give a shout-out to Oliver Bass in 7th grade. He was generous and loaned another student his iPad charger. Mrs. Baste would like to give a shout-out to 6th grader Levi Thorne. In music class on the very first day of school, he was eager to help all the other students get onto their Canvas pages. Additionally, Mr. Mercer would like to give a shout-out to all of the students for doing their very best at arrival and dismissal. We appreciate your diligence at the crosswalks. We appreciate you getting on the buses right away and wearing your masks. We see you. We see the great things you are doing, and we appreciate it. Keep up the great work, Piper Middle School. Well, that's it for today. And always remember the Piper Middle School way. Have respect, exercise safety, be responsible, and own your actions. Thanks for watching the Pirate Student News, and have a fantastic week.